I am closer to my exit than my beginning, and that's okay. And I'm joined by a friend, and you can join us. Check out the link.
Rumors fly, and I don't know what is what anymore.
Big Willie, come on in, dog. This episode brought to you by Thunder Chief. So I just posted the link to check it out and open it up. I love this brand. So right now I'm smoking this. Oh wait, wrong one. Surprise, bitch! I just bought a new one too. I just re-upped. Hold on a second.
It's so funny. I started rewatching Dexter, and I'm just
Right.
waiting to see that. Every time I hear it, surprise, motherfucker, I'm just like in the middle of my sleep, going, "Uh-oh," you know.
Let's see my
The ominous music helps the wifey fucking sleep better.
Dude, my wife listens to fucking serial killer podcasts at night.
It's because of the ominous music, man. It soothes people,
Fuck that.
man. I can't wake up to that shit like they were sleeping peacefully, and she took a knife in his head, and it's like, what the fuck, I wake up to that shit. It's like, no, man.
Dude, I'm trying to fall asleep and I hear, and she was violently raped.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? What kind of dreams you want me to have, woman?
What is that? Suggestive dreaming? Like you hear people on the outside, but you're sleeping, and like they say something like, "I was riding a dolphin," and you just imagine yourself riding a dolphin,
Yeah, man, this is it's fun. It's whatever, man. Life. So yeah, this one is. I'm not smoking Great Punch right now. It smells delicious. I am smoking Sandman right now, which I just tossed. This one's the last of my butter. What are you smoking on, homie?
Well, I tell you what. Right before the live started streaming, I've tried some Platinum Punch. Shout out.
There you go.
No name, but I'm just gonna say shout out to Bloomer.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, Platinum Punch. I tell you what, I got me a big ass bag, man, and I started doing something that I shared with you recently, which is just like how to better make a concoction, an alchemy, man.
Yes.
And I found that grape stomper, lemon tree, and I want to say a little bit of not skunk breath, not space bomb, lemon tree, super booth, I think it was. No, black gusher. So
Okay.
grape stomper, black gusher, and lemon tree. And 1/3 of each, I rolled it up in a white owl because I like the flavor. I like tasting my cannabis. But it's the way I rolled it that when it burned, it had this really good flavor. And I had three other heads on the blunt.
Yeah.
And they go, like I was just like in their perspective, just waiting for them to like get a reaction of how good it tastes. And
Yeah.
they kind of like, ooh, whoa. And I was like, yes, that's a good reaction. So
Oh yeah.
it got to the point where my wife came the next day and kicked the door and demanded another blunt like that. And I was like, I got you.
Nice.
It's already rolled. So I think I'm going to start doing that more often and probably changing my flavors of, I call them medium, whether they're blunts, whether they're
sure.
paper, whether they're a bowl. And it ain't always flour. Sometimes it's concentrate, But shout out to Bloomery, man. Bloomery's got this really great flower called the Super Booth, like I mentioned.
Yeah.
Pure Michigan. And wow. Like I had to get me a couple ounces of that because
How do you with your flour, do you use a grinder?
it depends. So if my flour is really dry, I like to crush it with my hands.
Sure. Oh yeah, the whole like poppy, it pops.
Right, and sometimes I will
Yeah.
let flour outdoors, like, get dry a little.
Okay.
If they're big and wet or, moist, I
Yeah,
tend to
yeah.
use a grinder, but I don't go crazy like some people, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
I'll just do like 1, 2, and just like let the leaves crack a little
Okay.
so I can have a nice full blunt and I'm not using too much.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of this right now. Check this out. What I do is let me add the fucker to the stage. At my keef on the bottom of the thing. So I love when a keef just burns in the bowl, like still, like you can smell just a keef burning. Like that's when you're talking about flavor. I just love what that burn. Hey, we got a new guest. Let's invite Gen X Dave. Let's see if I can pull this guy in. Figure it out. Hey, there you go.
What's up, buddy?
What's up, man? So I met Dave yesterday. Dave's part of this Gen X and Beyond podcast. Met him through Lonely. Yep, that was fun.
He'll be joining us.
So what do you guys
finished our podcast and saw you were online? I was like, let's finish ours and come join him, dude.
Yeah, man.
And he was like, rock on. So
come sesh, come enjoy. Now I don't know how many people I could fit in this thing. Let me see if I can pull this guy out.
We might have to make a new window.
Let's see. I can end that.
I got.
Oh no, wait, can't do that. Well, see, so I'm using my phone for the weed stream. Let me see if I can.
I gotcha.
Close my window. I pulled that guy out. Can we add a fourth?
Yeah, just give me 1 segundo. We'll be
All right.
really slim.
Yeah, no worries, dude.
You know, since I've been homeless, I've been losing good weight, so
Yeah,
I've been eating right.
there you go. Which sucks.
I
You
got
know,
you.
sucks the veterans couldn't help you any better than they're helping you at all. So,
Yeah.
yeah. VA's got its issues.
VA needs revamped.
I'm trying to find out where those orgies were going down.
We got orgies? Shit.
Yeah, oh, it was
No one
in
told me?
Nashville, and it sucked. I just left Nashville.
He doing orgies in Nashville. Let's see. I can add him to. There we go.
Hi.
I had to.
Happy
fix it up.
420.
Oh, you're good. Happy
What
420,
up?
doggy.
Happy 420.
I get mad because it's like when I used to go to school, nothing crazy happened. But now that I graduated, you hear like hot ass teachers are messing around with the youngins, and you're like, man, why didn't that happen with me?
Oh, that's what I was saying. I was like, let me find out. Me be the 14-year-old, 15-year-old, and snitch? Never.
Yeah.
Never. Why?
Probably just ugly.
Hey, you need somebody to brag for you and be accountable for you and to be your witness. Say, hey, he knows. I was tearing up the teacher, right?
Oh, goodness.
I'm just saying, like, the VA in Nashville was just uncovered to have like this orgy. It's like that police thing that happened.
Some scandal bullshit.
Yeah, and I was like, where was this happening at? And
It's a special ward that you weren't invited in.
actually, I was there, and I was like, I must not be that attractive because I wasn't offered anything. You know what I'm saying? It was the cardiac, I think, area, or the people who deal with your heart.
Yeah.
Because I had a loop recorder installed in my chest, not like Tony Stark or anything. And it's crazy because where I'm at now, there's metal detectors everywhere. And when I tell them I have a loop recorder, they have no idea what the fuck that is. So,
Is that forever?
I don't know. The VA doesn't know where I'm at. I mean, they know where I'm at, but they don't know where I'm at.
But I mean, like, you're not getting like a letter saying, hey, we need to take this out of you. Your Wi-Fi connected. You need to fucking get done and get recharged.
Well,
Yeah, they got to charge that.
No, it's good up to 4 years, but
Okay.
I have to.
You need surgery to replace the battery?
No. It's just because they try to stick that like the heart monitor thing on me, and I'm a greasy, flaky motherfucker, so it doesn't stick properly to me. Within 24, 48 hours, it's already off of me, So they're like, well, we're going the other way, and they cut me open, they numb me, cut me open, and installed a battery about as big as my pinky. And me being the funny man, I said, hey, am I going to be all right going through metal detectors? They're like, that reminds us, here's the card.
Right.
Go ahead and give this to whenever there's a metal detector and tell them you can't go through that. I was like, bet.
Right. MRIs too, right?
Yep, can't do that
It'll
either.
rip it right out of your chest.
But see, these people here in Chicago, there's metal detectors everywhere.
Well, you're the city, dog.
Yeah.
No one wants to get shot.
And like, they're really out
you're
there.
at, Willie? You're in Chicago right now?
Yes.
Dude, I'm south of you by 3.5 hours. I'm in the capital city, but I'm in Springfield.
Springfield. Somebody suggested I should move down there because the cost of living is just a little bit better.
No, I suggest you leave the state.
Yeah.
Wow, he's not coming to the city.
It's fucking trash, bro. I'm born and raised here, dude. And
I'm out.
the hypocrisy of
Are you
the
from there
last
only?
8 years,
Mm-mm.
uh,
Dave is
when
Yeah.
it comes to the
I'm-
politics around here, listen, I don't know how
PA,
much you
Ohio.
paid through the news, but you know the guy Michael Madigan used to be the Illinois House Speaker, and he was the House Speaker for damn near 25 years of Illinois, and he was a crooked motherfucker, and he just got sentenced today and found guilty, you know, and now that they have all the records on Michael Madigan, it won't be long before they go up the chain and make their way to JB Pritzker because they're investigating everybody.
But
Yeah.
but why are you so hurt about politics, dude? I mean, I mean, who fucking cares? Like, there's only so much you can do, and then you're gonna have like
I
now
don't
we
think
have,
too much.
huh?
I don't care.
It's
too much.
not
I like
about
to
the
keep
politics,
updated
it's
on
about
it,
the
though.
prices of property
Right.
tax and rent that they have inflated so much.
Well,
Yeah.
it's like there's different things that affect that, right? Like, whereas like, it's like the president of Epstein Island now that we have. That's just like, the guy's been rich all his life, a spoiled child, like never had to work or understand anything or construct or run a proper business and actually do real, like fundamental, like what's that work? Yeah, I mean, like essentially you have to like think on shit and be on the fly. Where it's like everybody's crying about like Biden not doing nothing, right? Like he got the CHIPS Act done. He had all these other labor like movement things that like now are getting canceled. All these contracts are getting stopped, and so many union workers are fucking getting screwed, and regular just workers.
I want to
That's
say,
it.
Ben or Dave, I'm glad you stay politically involved in current events. And I'm going to tell you why this is important, Miggy. I'd rather be smarter than the motherfuckers in the room. I'd rather be the smartest motherfucker. And unfortunately, even though it's not a requirement, I really think a lot of, at least if you're going to be in a position of power, you should have some political science under your belt. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't trust somebody to tell me broccoli is green if they've never had fucking broccoli in their life.
Or seen it.
Right.
Right. Just like work,
Well,
right?
I mean, I've
Yeah.
I've always been
Here's
independent.
my thing. The reason why
I've never
say-
even voted until 2016 in the primaries.
Here's what got me involved into politics real heavily. It was the third year of the Barack Obama's first term.
Politicians saying they wanted to legalize pot is what got me into politics.
I think Miggy agrees.
Well, just
Obama-
wanting pot. No, just
Obama
wanting pot
said it.
legal.
Right.
I
But
want
like,
more
but what made you
yeah.
mad about Obama there, Dave? Because I mean, like, so, and again, Dave, let me just for the people in the world out there that like just your perspective, because you came out pretty strong yesterday about the whole like two gender thing, right? Like, there's only two sexes. Like, I mean, you understand the plant though, right?
Yeah.
As far
So,
as,
like, do hermaphrodites not exist?
That would no, those are intersex.
But humans, human hermaphrodites.
Intersex individuals are still dominant of one of the two chromosome pairs on top
Well,
of their additional.
Still,
They're
it's still
either
two at the
XX
same
or
time.
XY. Yeah, they're.
But it's dominance we're talking
Dominant.
about. But they
Yeah.
both exist at the same time, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, just because one's
Yeah.
so there's
Right,
still two
but
at the same time. That's the
But
whole
those
thing.
those are biologically inherent in your DNA, though. It's not something that you feel or think. It's part of your biology. Intersex
Well-
and hermaphrodites are part of a plant's biology.
It's all those.
But the plant can't decide, like, unless it gets stressed and hermes out, a plant can't decide what biological gender it is.
I just found out today that ET was a plant-based life form.
Was he?
Yeah, I just found out that was really cool.
That's cool.
But
But
to stay
it,
on,
it's not too important to me, though. I mean, it's the
stay on the
whole
topic,
two
though.
genders.
Well,
thing.
I believe in.
Except for when it comes to like passing laws that are based on biological gender, because they're there to protect that person of that biological gender.
Well, see, that's the thing, right there. How many, like, I mean, if we're going to protect, like, say, this is all about protecting women, right? We might as well just
Right.
get rid of the Catholic Church.
No,
And-
it's not about
you know what I'm saying?
women,
Like-
it's about
like there's
protecting
stu-
women's rights. Women's rights have.
I
been
have
in
no
place to
problem getting
protect
rid of
women's
the Catholic
rights.
Church.
What I'm saying is,
Uh,
like, the
Women
My
have been
whole okay,
oppressed,
so
and a lot of
you-
people like to say it's a patriarchal society, correct? Well,
Here-
if
here's
we've
my-
been living in a patriarch for 200 years, And now we have the women's civil rights movement. Why do biological men get to just switch sides and take advantage of those laws that are there to protect biological
Are you
women?
thinking guys are like joining into
No,
things to be like
I'm-
the best weightlifter? Like, oh man, I suck with all the dudes, so I'm gonna go fuck with girls. I mean, that's
Yes, I believe
kind of
that's
silly.
wrong.
And even if it is,
savage, but it is. That's what
But-
the Olympics was.
but even if it is though, like that percentage of people who decide to devote their life to some bullshit, right? Like, there's plenty of other things to worry about where there's 1% of the world that decides to identify as something that just violates your senses. It doesn't violate
Well,
your
I mean,
world.
that's the thing, though. I mean, in the real
Well,
world,
it's-
transsexuals and hermaphrodites and LGBT and heterosexuals and cis, none of these things affect me in my real world.
I mean, technically, you're a
Because
cis, right?
Not.
I mean, aren't we
don't
all?
presume anything. I don't.
There we go. I'm just saying.
I'm
There's
a
a
each child. I'm a don't ask, don't tell kind of child. I have
But-
a wife, but don't assume anything. I don't assume anything about anybody because I don't care. That's your business. That's
Here's my
between
question,
you
though.
and your partners and your bedroom.
That's true. Here's
Yeah.
my question, though.
I don't.
To what extent do we stop telling our children they can't grow up to be what they want to be?
Well, see, here's the thing. I'm going to answer that for you. Here's the thing. The whole moral of that saying, you could be whatever you want to be
I
when
could
you
be-
grow up.
That's a good song.
Listen to
Honestly.
the last words, when you grow up, meaning that from now until you turn the age of 18, it is a dictatorship. You live in the parents' house, it's parents' rule. If your parents just so happen to be two of the same gender, which is perfectly fine, and it's happened for many, many years.
I mean, that's kind of shitty. You're demanding a person, a human being. Do you have kids, Dave?
I have four. I have
Four.
two
You have four
girls.
kids,
How is
four
he-
girls.
But,
girls.
Miggy,
I
how
have
is
two
he
girls,
being
two
shitty
boys.
by?
Whoa, no, I'm
having
saying,
that
like, if you're gonna
opinion?
define
He's not
someone-
oppressing somebody by having his opinion about it.
No, you're oppressing the. Well, there's two ways. There's different opinions. Well, rather not opinions, perspectives. Right, like
Right.
you have the perspective of, like, say, the girls who are like,
Science and psychology, which, there's one perspective of science, there's a perspective of psychology.
well, I'm talking about the person's perspective, though, right? I'm thinking the
Psychology.
When
Right.
did imagination become
And
such a poison?
but the
Not a
existence
point.
of being
it,
like
it only becomes a point when you pass a law specifically to let somebody use and abuse another law that was put there for people of a certain biological gender, like
well, it's
the women's sports. Why would we have gendered sports to begin with if there wasn't an inherent difference between the biological genders? Why have women teed off from
because there's
20
always been
yards
men's
forward?
sports.
Why has there always been separate boxing? Why has there always been separate basketball? There is an inherent difference.
You
Dude.
you said earlier, like what your orientation is. It's your business, and you're absolutely right. Don't
Yeah.
you think other people deserve that though?
Well, other people
What?
do deserve that until they start stepping on the toes in general public. Or
How are they stepping on your toes, though?
trying
How are their
to
rights? Like,
indoctrinate?
How are they stepping on your toes, though? That's the question.
Here's the thing. Okay, so
You said stepping on your toes. So how are they violating you?
here's
Well,
where it is.
Riley Lake, not. There's a few people. There's a lot of women in sports who they violated in regards to.
Riley Gaines,
Yeah, I
with
mean,
the
and
Leah
that's the
Thomas and
thing.
the NCAA swimming.
So what happened to Riley Gaines? What happened to her?
well,
She's used her opinion to get quite a bit of money, but she
Okay.
lost her championship title.
But what did the
I've never met
transgender athlete
Somebody
do
who's
against
upset
her?
at the pawn pieces on the chessboard and not the player.
What's that?
I've never met people who've ever been upset about the pawn pieces.
I'm
on
not
the
upset
chessboard.
about anything.
No, no, no,
I just
no,
think
Well,
it's
well, you're
common
saying
sense.
Riley's
Two
been
biological genders.
offended.
However, I could feel like a woman. It's that song, Shania Twain. Man, I feel like a woman. I accept that. I acknowledge people can be feminine. I acknowledge there's a spectrum of masculinity versus feminine. I don't think I don't think if what that spectrum is counter to your biological sex, that everybody else in the external world should have to do what you say because you feel like a woman today.
Well, not do what you say,
Dylan
but
Mulvaney is a prime
who?
example.
Oh, the beard lady, girl, whatever, however they identify,
yeah,
Budweiser.
whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
how are they a prime example of?
Because she pretended to have a period. She's not having a period. That's insulting to somebody who has to deal with the stress and the psychological effects of going through a period.
I mean, it's kind of silly just to
she
take
just,
something like that serious.
I
I'm not aware of
But
this
it's in the media and you
pretend
see it,
period.
like,
I didn't.
oh,
This is the first time I'm hearing about it.
oh, yeah. Well,
That's what I'm saying. Like you're
She's
looking at
like
some
a light
place
beer
where
lady,
people.
So it's you're
The
familiar
whole
with it, some
question
part of it.
was from Miguel. The whole question was from Miggy to me about the reason why I say there's only two genders on our podcast. Well, here's the reason why I say there's only two genders. Because only one of the two genders can bear kids, which identifies as a female. Which
We're
is
just talking about
biological.
But you're still additive about it,
Biological.
like it's a political
biological.
on your sleeve thing though, right? This is how you're
Wow.
only you say you don't care, but because you're
No,
hanging
yeah,
out with
like
Jay,
you,
but you
like
do
3
care
shows
because
ago. Oh, I
you know what I
care
mean?
enough to put my opinion out there. My opinion is what it is. I mean,
But then you say you don't
you're
care too.
welcome. It's like the Steven Crowder. You're welcome to debate with me and try to.
No, I get it, but I'm not trying to argue
And
about
I'm
anything.
not trying to invalidate anybody's feelings. It's up to them what they want to do. I'm not anti-trans. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that trans should have the same rights as me. And that doesn't involve. I'm not going to sit there and put on a dress and go to a gym and say, "Hey, I get to shower with the women now." That's not how it works. And in
Well,
some
it's never
cases
done that way.
Well, that's what hits the news that makes people who
But
focus
where?
on that. That's
See,
what forms their opinion.
We have the
We
worst
get-
case scenarios in our heads, though, man, but they haven't happened, right? Well,
They have
14-year-old
happened.
But
kid.
where?
And raped in jail. You got to look it up. I don't have like.
What I'm saying, if it's such a rampant issue, there would be more out there, right? Like just like
No,
school shootings.
It's out there enough to look up a name and identify what we're saying with actual victims, and they are out there. And
But
all
this
you
would be a
have to do
cause
is,
then, right?
Women have been raped by biological men in prison.
who identify as female that's been sentenced to prison.
Women have been assaulted in locker rooms by trans athletes.
Women have.
I'm not saying it's every
14-year-old
single
girl was
spot,
raped by
but-
a boy. And
But you're coming out with that kind of opinion.
It
You're,
happens once,
but
it's too much.
but where is it though? I haven't seen it.
And then
By
there
that
anyway.
logic, so by that
Fox
logic-
News would be spewing that shit out every
No, they're
day.
not because
But they would be.
no, because that doesn't protect their interest to put that out there. They had DEI funds. They had.
Oh my god! See the DEI thing, dude, that's part of the whole like the shit that's going on now. DEI
Right.
exists for a reason because rules are written in
Right.
blood. Just like you were saying that.
Legalized regions all
What
over
about
the world. Like
heterosexual?
there's literally a whistleblower who flat out said, "Hey, DEI, that we didn't send $30 million to Gaza for condoms.
Right.
That money went to Hamas to fund Hamas."
No, what to South Africa for
No,
AIDS
the
shit?
money
That's
that
common.
went to Gaza went to Gaza. There was $30 million that was slated to go to Gaza, and it was written down that it was supposed to be going for the purpose of contraceptives. And that money didn't go for contraceptives for Gaza, but it still did go to Gaza. It went to Hamas.
But see, if you're saying these are real issues, though, like wouldn't this be?
It's not an issue. It's just
I
a
don't
matter
know.
of
You don't
fact.
really know
You can
unless you
Google
know.
it, research it, YouTube
What's that, Will?
it, exit. I mean, as many forms of media we have at our access outside of CNN, CBS, MSNBC. Like, there's so many independent media formats out there now. I've
Well,
been
I'll say
watching
this.
Jimmy Dore for years, and he's really good at rooting out.
Well,
Like,
see, here's
when COVID came around, he was the first to tell you, "Hey, I put this vaccine in my arm, and now I have some twitch in my eye." I'm not saying that I'm a doctor, but I'm saying my doctor is telling me never to get another shot again. You should talk to your doctor about that. And then he went and literally got Robert Malone, the creator of the mRNA vaccine base, on his show.
Now we're talking about vaccines, though. But why you guys? Because like the vaccine
know.
thing.
I'm just
But like,
That's why they call it the field of medical science, baby. That's why when you get a doctorate,
science is always changing, but it uses
that's why when you get a
peer
doctorate,
review.
they call
Well,
it a practice, baby.
there's so many things. I mean, I never got to cocaine check that I fucking took, but I just, like we put things in our bodies so many to freak out about this whole thing that happened with the vaccine. It just seems a lot of it just dumb shit. And that's the only reason why I'm coming at you guys with like the whole like
livelihood.
It's a waste of time as far as like the
what is it?
Well, you were affected.
Someone to force you to eat whatever they want you to eat. Would you like someone to force you?
You're talking about what the COVID affected your thing, your business? Is that what you're saying?
I didn't. No, that's.
Or
I don't have the COVID-19.
No, I was talking about the scenario as far as like, because like what I'm trying to get to is like, I mean, since we're jumping on this shit, as far as like in the Navy, like, are you guys prior service?
No, my brother was, and my
so like that's fine, Dave. I mean, like that's the thing though. It's like we're talking about personal experiences, right? I like to say my brother, whatever. It's like saying like my best friend's black. Like I just saying like I want to talk about you guys. Let's talk about perspective because talking about the vaccines, you have to do things. You have to get in line, or else your fucking team's gonna not work out, right? And like this whole like everybody's like you're
what
saying
about the Tuskegee Airmen.
What about them?
Don't you think it was kind of wrong what happened to them?
100%.
What about Agent Orange? What about
I didn't say it's not
Ultra.
I didn't say these things are not, but those things were hidden.
That's the other thing. Wait, you went to the service, and when you got sworn in, you took an oath.
Sure, man.
Okay, civilians aren't under that obligation.
Dude, an oath is just
what the Nuremberg papers are literally about, because Hitler forced experimental vaccines and experiments on Jewish people and other minorities that they had put in their.
I know nothing about this. I have no intelligence.
It's part of the Holocaust.
Well,
me out of this.
I just think it was a lot of like to politicize like that vaccine itself and like to make Fauci a villain, right? Like it was just a lot of wasted time.
Well, and the crazy thing about Fauci is, have you guys read his report on AIDS and HIV?
Yeah, he had involvement in that in a bad way. There were a lot of people who blame him for a lot of HIV deaths.
Protein-based virus.
Lyme disease is an acknowledged manufactured disease that he had a part in the NIH studies that created Lyme disease.
What time frame is this? Because like my stepfather got Lyme disease in the 80s.
We're talking about in the early 80s. And Lyme disease is 100% manufactured. They've released the documents that show it.
I just know it's in ticks, and they scare the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Only thing I know about the military service was this right here that was explained to me by my brother Marlon. And my brother Marlon is the coolest motherfucker I ever met in my life. I'll take a bullet for him. He's former Navy. He was there when the anthrax thing. That's when he was in the Navy. He had the first vaccine, but he refused to take the second. And thank God he was 3 weeks from exiting out, doing his full contract. So he decided he wasn't going to take the second vaccine and went to his XO and said, "Hey, I'm done in 2 weeks. I'm not signing back up. Refused to take the second part of the anthrax vaccine, and I don't want to take it." And his XO, since he had a stellar track record, decided to say, "Hey, you don't have to take it. We'll put a notice into the medical board." And come to find out, the back to the batch of the first vaccine for anthrax ended up giving him diabetes. So he's 100%. Nice. He's 100% disabled through the VA.
So check this out, Dave.
And come to find out, there's a lawsuit going on right now over that vaccine with the Navy.
So check this out. I joined in 03, and I joined like right after 9/11, and I got the first anthrax shots. I think there's a total of like about 8 or 9 of them. I took all of them. I'm okay.
I know nothing about the anthrax shots.
I got them.
Lonely, I suggest you look up the great.
I worked in medical, so I've had.
You know what's funny about the anthrax shot?
Lonely brought up the Tuskegee experiment. I suggest looking at the great court martial of the Boricuaneers. Yeah, the government's gonna be testing shit. The government's gonna be fucking racist.
Yeah.
It all comes down to the person in that position of leadership. All right.
You know what was funny about the anthrax shot? I don't know if you remember, Will, like how you get shot on one arm, then the next shot be on the other arm, and it gets worse. Like, how the fuck does the thing get worse on each arm? Like, every time he switched it, it was because you already had whatever that shit was in you, and it's just interesting. I mean, you put your body through a lot. If you think about it, like the whole Stardust thing, man, like the whole molecular atoms type shit. You're changing shit, but
Yeah, your genetic structure. That's basically
Right.
what the booster shot did. It basically altered our genetic structure a little bit. And I'm gonna be honest with you. There's a lot of shit that you really can't have these conversations with certain people because a we're not educated enough to really back that shit up.
pretty
Two, they're
much.
not educated enough. But I've always come to the term of understanding things to a simplistic form, and I've understood this about humans. Sometimes your government won't tell you shit because they know how you're gonna fucking handle it, and you're not gonna handle it right. And sometimes good leaderships make really bad calls. You
Right.
get what I'm saying? And sometimes bad leadership will make good calls, maybe once or twice.
Yeah,
Like Bush and Cheney.
But again,
or Trump and hemp.
it comes down to the fact of I don't get mad at the pawn pieces on the chessboard. I rather just focus on my opponent that's in front of me.
There you go, right?
So, when it comes to political stuff, I'm not one to get into it a lot, but I am because
You got to.
like to keep up on it. But when it comes to like how I look at politics, I'm not a Trump sycophant. I've mentioned before Bernie Sanders is the one who got me into politics. I was disinterested in politics after
Yes.
Obama, like because Obama said he was going to legalize marijuana, and then after getting spammed with his fireside chat room about when are you going to do it, when you're going to do it, he eventually just looked at us and
Oh,
said,
yeah.
"Hey, I was just fucking with you."
That's where we're
And-
mad at, Miggy.
And but
Oh, yeah, no, I
here
get that part.
I'll write a memo so less of you will go to jail. And then none of them ever did it. So
You got the motherfucker who has no political science under his belt swinging his dick crazy, okay? He's out there, and he's actually, some of that pre-cum is hitting motherfuckers here and there. You know what I'm saying? But you have the motherfucker who knew, like a motherfucker like Mitch McConnell. I don't like him, but you gotta
No.
respect him.
I don't like him either.
But you
I
gotta
think he's a rhino.
I
You
judge a
gotta
tree by its
respect
fruits.
the fact that this man, I'm the Grim Reaper, this motherfucker knows how to work the system.
That's
Yeah.
it. I mean, that's the whole thing
They all
about
do.
the.
Pelosi does. Pelosi didn't become a millionaire from her
Well, even Trump for becoming president. You know, that's the thing. Most of these guys are lawyers, right?
I don't know.
But
he
like,
worked for free the first 4 years around. Let's see what he
nah,
does
dude.
again.
So like, there's so much other bullshit that this guy. It's just a bad dude to me. Like, it has nothing. Would you like trust him with your daughter? Like, is this someone
I
that you'd want to
trust
sit with a
anyone
beer
My
with?
daughter definitely wouldn't let
Watch your kids.
anybody knows.
You know what I mean? I'm just saying that's a. Huh?
I said I wouldn't trust any of them with my daughter. I definitely wouldn't let any of their noses get near her hair.
But you know what I'm saying, though. Like, this
I
is like, would you trust this man to like? Yeah, I just say like. That's my beef with this dude because none of these. The only reason why I care about politics is because of weed. Like, I've just been trying to figure out how to get this stupid ass plant fucking legal.
Legalized on a federal level.
And you can't
Yeah.
do it. Yeah, I mean, like you can.
Hey, the Trump that was
But-
on your show said he's going to do it. So
I wish. I mean, that'd be
Well-
funny. I mean, that motherfucker was funny as fuck.
Hey, can we
But-
make that common ground? If Trump
Uh,
legalizes marijuana, can we agree that that's a better
Oh, if
than
he-
almost everybody else when it comes to that?
Dude, if Trump would have legalized it his first term, I was going to vote for him. Like, I
Right.
no shit would have voted for him if he just legalized pot. I'm like, oh, quick, you made it like something. But like, the
I
thing
was
is,
going
just
to,
like we're
but
talking
I
about McConnell, how McConnell knows how to run the system, right? That's where Biden came into play because Biden knew how to operate the systems, right? Like the rescheduling thing. The rescheduling thing is like the only way we're going to get some form of federal action because there's no other play. Right? Safe banking is not going to happen. These guys aren't agreeing with that. And then all safe banking is going to do is make it okay for businesses. It's not going to help you in the end. I mean, that's the thing we want, right? The thing that helps everybody.
You mean like
Don't isn't that the overall end goal, American, what we
I
want?
would
Like
agree with
like
you on everything that you said. I am pro-American. I am a nationalist. I am a constitutionalist and a Bill of Rights activist. Um,
but for
regardless
some
of
reason,
the politician who is in office, but the whole reason I voted for Trump the first two times, including this third time, was because of one comment that he had made is something that I've been bitching about since Obama's third year, first term. Drain the swamp.
yeah, instead you got
Eliminate all
Yeah,
these bullshit
see,
ass
that's their.
money that's going to
I don't
cost
know, man.
you.
see,
And
you
Where
can't throw you can't throw blanket
Miggy
words.
made a point that like when Trump was on his show, he mentioned he thinks Trump's in the deep state, and I'm still on the fence.
Well,
I don't see like
look, I
yeah
respect
the
Miguel's
what is
so
the deep state?
all I'm saying.
What is
what is
the
deep
shadow
state?
government? Well, where's George
that would
Soros? I
be-
missed that fucker.
that would be George.
Fuck
Yeah,
that, dude.
that would be the World Economic Forum.
Why did they
That
release
would
that?
be.
But it's not happening,
Schwab.
right?
It was happening. The Great Reset was
I-
happening.
I don't think so,
there's a
man.
good
I
book.
think
There's
it's
a
all
good
stuff.
book. Give the World Economic Forum for some entertainment value.
Here's
Go get the Great Reset. It's like $10, and it's about how you reset the world's economy, and everything that Klaus Schwab laid out in the Great Reset happened all the way up until except for the World War III. That was the only thing that was in the book that didn't go as that book said it was going to go.
But Nostradamus also said things in his book too that's never came true.
This ain't somebody predicting it. This is one of the richest men in the world saying this is how I want 2030 to look, and this is how we get to it.
See, a lot of this is bullshit though too, because like when Trump's first term, whatever we call it, he talked about how like he protected South Korea from getting them some shit, right? When I was in the Navy, dude, like we were deploying to South Korea. We always yearly go out there to flex our dick. Like there was nothing happening. But you can come in and bullshit people and be like, "Oh, look, you were in danger." Like, get the fuck out of here, dude. I hate when a lot of these arguments, these policies are wasting our times to get a fundamental thing that's for everybody, right? Because isn't that what we want? Like a fundamental, all-American parity.
They want to be able to force you to put an implant in your hand.
Full
as an
functioning,
identity chip.
all
Don't want
American,
that.
for the people, by the people, 100%. No burden on me, no burden on you. Type of America like we have
Right.
been told about
At least with
for
cannabis.
200 years.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So my thing is this right here. How do we get there? It don't matter if you're to the left, Miguel, and Dan, you're in the middle, and Willie, you're somewhere bouncing around between both sides, and I'm a right hand man. It doesn't matter. I love everybody the same. I don't care. At the end of the day, I'm gonna scratch your back when you need it. You scratch my back when I need it. We're still fucking brothers at the end of the day, and nobody else is gonna help us but each other, but us.
That's really
You know what I'm saying? So we can't rely on government for anything, no matter which side you're on. Is basically what I'm saying.
You gotta understand, and you said it right with the side thing. We didn't draw the line in the sand.
Exactly. I didn't start the fire.
I know what you're saying. I agree with you. I agree, like, fundamentally. Like, I would like to, like, if we were neighbors, yeah, sure, you can come over, hang out, and we'll drink a beer. But, like, I also don't fucking, like, hang out with my neighbors because I like my fucking privacy.
Exactly.
I'm an isolationist, honestly, dude. The motherfuckers don't, like, I don't fuck with motherfuckers. Like, I just, like, fucking, but I also, like, want rules that affect everybody equally where, like, I'm about to have a store. Like, possibly coming up, I have life-changing things happening coming up that, like, it'll be awesome. Like, people are dream about
what kind of store, bro?
A weed store.
Fuck yeah, dude! Congratulations.
Yeah. In Illinois.
No way.
Yeah.
Where at?
Up in Pekin.
Up in Pekin?
Yeah.
Hey, when you decide to open a branch in Springfield, dude,
Sure,
I'll
sure.
be your boy and come work for you for real, son. I'll
No, I
drop you
appreciate
a
it.
job right now, dude.
But see, that's the thing right now. So my big competition is hemp. Hemp is like this bullshit law that a lot of people are fucking like thinking they're jerking off to freedom to. But it's like
Yeah.
it's not a good thing. I
What
think.
what are you
The-
talking about? The legal hemp being sold as pot?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Well, industrial hemp should knock that completely out, right?
Well, the hemp
That
itself,
You would think.
it's not.
There's
People
still
are.
a black market.
You guys watch?
I can't find any recreational use in hemp. I can't. I
Right.
found medicinal.
Industrial hemp, you can find a lot. I smoke hemp and it doesn't do a thing to me. Even if it has CBD, the CBD in hemp doesn't touch my back pain. THC or CBD from the dispo, it knocks it out.
Well, you're getting good flower there. If you're going to dispo to a store, you're getting something that was grown with intent, right? Like something for the experience, and that's the difference between hemp and dispo weed or pot shops we have here in Seattle, or like I'm looking forward to going to Illinois because it's such a tight market. It's I'm gonna know every fucking grower out there, and I want to understand the quality and be able to pervade that into the YouTube shit, into the content shit. So like that's gonna be a unfair advantage I have, which I'm looking forward to. But like, the hemp shit is like still people trying to meet some bullshit law that to qualify what their experience is.
It's deceiving. It's got people arrested when they
Yeah.
shouldn't be arrested. Number one. Number two, you're deceiving motherfuckers, especially like me. I mean, I'm just in Chicago, and I think I'm walking into a dispensary. They'll even check your ID and everything. Thank God Tom fucking showed me how to look for the real dispensary, because now I look for the license. The license
Nice.
to be displayed. And if
Yeah.
it's hell tobacco, guess what? It's probably hemp in there.
Hey,
Because
Willie, will the dispo have a medical menu if it's a good dispo?
I think so. At least here it has.
Yeah.
All right.
The real ones, like which one was it? THC Center or something like that. Thrive does a really good job. Um, but yeah, man, I got shamboozled. There's a place called Wake and Bake. It's so funny because Miggy and Tom were talking about it last time. That shit fucked us up, and they give you the illusion that you're buying THC and it's infused drinks, and we went way overboard with it, and even feeling some kind of effect of this modified CBD. Man.
Beautiful. That is beautiful, bud.
Yeah.
Good
Show me
job.
her ankles.
Mm.
Yeah.
Get the focus in there.
That's beautiful.
But this is legal weed. I just
Hey,
go to the store.
look. I'm trying to grab me a bud just to try it out. Get it.
But
Yeah.
not hemp, right?
Smell-o-vision.
Legal weed,
We
but
get
not hemp.
smell-o-vision.
I'm just saying, like that's the America I want for everybody. Like you're saying, the left, the right, the center. I don't care. If who's taking advantage of who.
Even
Most of
if
the
you're
time.
not, even if you're a non-voter, I don't even care. Even if you're a non-voter, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't. Your opinions are your opinions, and that's the best thing about America and its freedoms is because you're entitled to that opinion, regardless of truth and lies, regardless of it. On either side of it, in any way, the way I was raised up was this right here. I was raised up in a multicultural neighborhood. I had blacks, Asians, Hispanics in my neighborhood. I had the short time we lived in California, we lived close to a reservation because my family's Cherokee and stuff like that. I don't remember it because I was just walking at the time, so I wouldn't remember that shit. Anyways, I just have pictures. And but I was raised to love thy neighbor regardless of faults
Right on, dude.
and disagreements. So, I could have a conversation with you and give you my opinion that may
Yeah.
not align with you,
Including
may
my
not
own
agree
thoughts.
with you. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, we're all fucked up. Like,
that.
don't get me wrong. Like, I'll talk a lot of shit about Trump just because he went to Epstein's Island more than once. But like, other than that, I mean, I don't give a fuck. I agree. Like most people are good. I just don't like wasting people's time, wasting my time trying to get to a goal, right? Like, there's so much law and business. Like, you guys have what you're mad about earlier, what we talked about, right? And I have my things where I think that's a waste of time to be mad about, like the whole anti-DEI or the fighting. because rules are written in blood, just like OSHA. I'm just, you're not mad, but I mean, like, you approve of it, right? I think it's sad. It's
No,
kind of like,
I didn't approve of it either way. So
Okay.
I was a non-voter before,
well,
up
I
until
just-
very recently.
I just think it's more of a. I don't think it's more of a voting thing. Like, I didn't care about it as far as an issue. Like, as an American, my only issue is goddamn weed and perhaps like good commerce, right? Like for like my city and shit. I try to have grown up issues, like not
Where did you say you were opening this up at?
Pekin.
Pekin?
Yeah, it looks like a beautiful little fucking like
Dude, Pekin,
old town.
Illinois is a beautiful small community, bro.
Yeah.
It's north of me. I think it's north of me, or maybe south. Let me look it up. It's a great community. I've been there before.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Like, I want to like make the store like if we make the money, I think we're gonna make. There's gonna be a lot of going back to the community, right? Because like I'm gonna appreciate anybody who's like helping me survive, right? Because right now I do well, dude. I work in tech. Like I could say fuck everything and not ever go on YouTube and fucking make my wife happy. Fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like just like make money like a good little robot and come home, but like. Because I actually work for a really good company. I do a really good running a cal lab, working in measurement. That cares about it. Oh my god! Because I worked for the horse. I was a prostitute. I fucking was like prostitutes have more integrity than I do. Like that's what happened. Like it's whatever, man. I made money for my family though, and that's what pisses me off about business too. About like when I see waste of time shit and things for running and operating.
Well,
it's like
just so you know, you'll be about 1 hour's drive north of me.
okay.
Where you'll be at. So
Well, you're welcome to come up.
Yeah, man. I will make a drive up for sure.
I work on all
So
I'll definitely be out.
I plan to like live there for a couple months, beginning of course, and then it'll be all content. Like I just want to interview the grows, check out the options, the quality compared to Washington State. I've been spoiled. I've had not just my job, but my state. I live a life of luxury, in this like Antifa utopia where we go to our meetings. Yo, Christopher.
Yo, this one got a 700 credit score.
I got it. Well, recently, dude, I had a 420 credit score for the longest time. Shit.
Yeah, I'm just going through that freedom debt relief stuff.
Oh, dude, I've done that. Hell yeah, dude. Adulting sucks, right? Like,
yeah, it works, but it trashes your credit for a year or 2 or 3.
Yeah, but you get not in a rush, are you? I mean, you just gotta live, right?
I own my house. I don't need to.
But yeah,
nice,
I'm
dude.
sure you're
Nice.
I'm sure you're gonna do well up there in Pekin, bud.
I hope so. I appreciate that. Oh, only where you at again? I forget what state you're in.
Who, me?
Oh no, Pittsburgh. That's right, Pennsylvania.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm actually.
No, you're in Illinois, David. Yeah.
Yeah, I live actually like 10 miles from East Palestine, Ohio.
And you guys got medical?
What's that?
Oh, that's sad.
Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have medical.
Okay, are you a patient then?
No, Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay. You're like, oh shit, I'm so high, I forgot I was a patient.
No, I thought you were talking about like medical insurance or something.
Oh, my legs don't work. Oh, fuck.
What? I got medical insurance? Yeah, PA.
So my dick don't work, but
health insurance.
Chris is in Georgia. What's up?
I gotta.
So we got a homie in Georgia smoking with us.
Hold on. This is the guy that always gets the name that Strand right.
Yeah. Well, he's good at Google.
Name that strain, huh?
Our little half-hour game on CLN.
Yeah.
And also, he's in every fucking. He's what do you call it? Like constantly online. Like my wife, she now she's accepting it, and I guess like so am I. Like I'm used to. We created that Facebook page with 500,000 likes, and like all I've been using is my phone and like the company computer to like build that type of momentum, and that's all online shit. How often you guys meet in your guys' podcast?
Every night we try to.
Yeah. How long you guys been doing it?
Well, I've had my podcast was on Spotify for the first season, about a year now.
Okay.
And then we just recently moved from Spotify to doing live on YouTube.
Right on, right on.
just recently. So we're still new. We're still growing. So far, 23 subscribers, but who's counting?
Yeah.
You
What's
know,
You are.
what's that program you guys use?
we use that is Restream.
Meta's Restream.
So
Okay, I didn't know that was a thing.
yeah,
Neat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just found it on Google.
Shit, because I mean we use StreamYard and I do like it. But if I was an 18-year-old genius, OBS is where it's at. You know that.
OBS.
yeah, I have OBS. I'm not.
Does that
Yeah,
got coding involved in
You know
it?
what I'm saying?
No, man, it's got too many fucking panel. Fucking, you gotta be a super nerd, man.
Yeah,
Man,
that's how I felt. I felt dumb looking at it. I'm like, oh, what?
There's just so many streams, and then like the kids making all the burr, 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 the effects and shit. And I'm all like, oh, that's so cool. How do I do that?
Right.
No, it doesn't work out. Yeah, man, dude. If you once the store opens, dude. So by the way, we got breaking news. Our zoning got approved, but now we still got to go through city council, and of course, fundamental other business bullshit. But this has been a 2-year process. So like, just so you know, if I had make $1 million, it just didn't happen overnight. It's a thing that happens where you're like, for the love of God, please make it happen. But good things don't happen. And even then, it'll still be like you gotta divert it because you'll never really have $1 million, right? I'll constantly be in debt now, but it'll be like this evolving, like cancerous ulcer debt, you know, LLC business shit.
You made $1 million, right?
realize.
Well, huh?
Tom said it was near the courthouse.
Yeah.
Yo, that should be the marketing scheme right there, Miggy.
Well, oh, like hang out at the courthouse and give like coupons and shit.
Like,
You got DUI? Fuck yeah, 10% off. Don't drink and drive.
I was
Yeah, don't drink and drive.
I was thinking there's going to be so much advertising on if you need an attorney for this case or this case, right? And Tom's just like on a poster board, like,
Oh my God, yes.
come to Miggy's.
No, Tom. Yeah, Tom's an actual lawyer. That'd be a great like bench, you know, like him crossing his arms and like, do you need weed?
Yes.
Yeah, in Indiana.
Are you bankrupt?
Yeah. Are you saying-
Oh my God.
Court, and he drops a suitcase and he opens it and it just glows green. Like,
You're right.
honor. You know what I'm saying? And the honor it's just coughing.
Yeah, some Pulp Fiction shit.
Yeah.
I found out
Yeah, movie.
that what's inside the suitcase. What's your guys' assumption? Like I haven't get deep into it, but I
Was it like a soul or some shit? I don't know.
Was it a
For
what?
Pulp Fiction, when he opens up the suitcase, like you know,
And they were like,
yeah, because I thought it was like his soul or some shit, like
so
gold.
said
Yeah.
this in an interview.
I don't know.
I thought this
When
was,
did that come out?
Well,
there
Pulp
was-
Fiction years.
Yeah, that's
there was an
I had
interview
hair.
on Quentin
98.
Tarantino, and he says, when the devil comes to claim your soul, he'll take it from the back of your head. And if you look, I think the character's name is Wallace, right? And he has this Band-Aid. And a matter of fact, the first scene, we zoom right to the back of his head. And ever since then, in the whole movie, all you see is an X Band-Aid on the back of his head. So I've always found that curious. And then I heard somebody say the soul, and I was like, yo, that would make a lot of people react like that. Because, you know, how often can you really bet on your soul?
What does a soul look like though? Is it like somebody going,
yeah. I mean,
I don't think it has a look. Can you see electricity flying through a wall?
oh, there you go. That's very cool.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ah, fuck it.
Yeah, if it arcs the ground, you'll definitely see that.
Hey guys, it's been a pleasure, but I gotta end it. I mean, like I'm way past my 10 minutes, which is awesome. It's been a lovely chat. Fuck yeah,
Good to
dude.
meet you guys.
So high, dude. But yes, it's
Thanks
been
for having
lovely. I'm gonna kick this end just so I can. You guys can stay. We can chill for a second there. But
thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us. That was just a quick recap of the whole podcast we joined miggy420 and Willie with. It was a great experience joining them. We really do love them guys. So If you want to check him out, go to youtube.com/at miggy420. He's really good. Great guy, down to earth, and I think you'll like his podcast. Especially come click the link below and subscribe to our channel too. And we'll try to bring you more content when we can. Remember, help the family. Scan that QR code. Until next time, guys, I'm Gen X Dave. This is Gen X and Beyond, and we're out. Peace.